I know people talk about living their best life, but the reality is we have to die our best death. Because from the time you're born, you start dying. So we got to take this consideration. A lot of people say there's life after death, but this life after death, then that means that this is death and life comes after. I say this to give people perspective because a lot of time people be talking to me like, yo, you talk about death so often. But the reason why I got my abundance is because I don't run from death, I study it. My goal is to die a scientific death. That's my goal. My goal is to die the scientific death. And y'all got to understand that. You know, I don't get this abundance because I'm over here lacking. I get this abundance because I be thinking in a state of mind that every day that go by is one day less on the mark. So, you know, the thing that tricks us the most is because when you come out the womb, you get taller. So when you get taller, you think you living. And then when you get older, your spine curves. So it gives the impression that you're getting shorter. And then you start thinking I'm dying when you get older. But the reality is you're dying from the time you come out the womb. So if y'all believe in life after death, a lot of Christians believe in life after death. If you believe in life after death, the testament that you're making is that you're dead now and life comes after. And I agree with that. We're presently dying. We're dying from the time we come out the womb. Why is that important? What if you knew you had 2 years left on planet Earth? Would you be more upbeat? Would your pace be different? Would you grind harder? Would you no longer accept poverty in a different way? But you know what happens? The biggest trick ever told to us is that we're living. And then niggas be like, yo, we living our best life. When you live your best life, it makes you lazy. You drag your feet. You think you got time. You don't make the best of your fucking time. And even time is like, you can look at time like credit and money. You can put all that shit together. Because right here, you know, in order to amass wealth, you have to get into debt, right? That's the rules on planet Earth. You want to create wealth, you got to get into debt. Well, I'll say this. Whoever gave us existence, this existence is on a credit line, right? Some of us act like we got an unlimited fucking credit line, the way we waste our fucking time. There's some real shit. Because if I pay attention, like spin, you pay attention to so much crazy information and unnecessary people that you afford them the opportunity to spend so much time on what they're talking about that you can't get that information back. You can't get a refund on the time that you spend. You walking with me? The time you spend, you can't get a refund for. Think about that. If I get into nonstop toxic conversations with a woman, boom, 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 we going back and forth. Or you a woman and you get into toxic conversations with a man over and over. You can't get a refund on the time that you spent. So if I'm going to spend some time talking to someone, it has to be valuable. If I'm going to afford myself the opportunity to talk to someone else, and I know there's no refund on the time being spent, I got to cash out on every conversation. So this means I don't have the ability, I will no longer provide the opportunity for someone to consume my time unless they're adding value to me. This is real talk. Because I take my death serious, not my life. Life is speculative. We don't know if we're going to live. That shit is speculation. Life is predicated upon death. The manner in which you die will determine if you live after this motherfucker. Eternally, too. Some of you motherfuckers going to die and just never going to exist again. This is a fact. So life is speculative. Motherfuckers think they live in life. You're not living no shit. Because even if we study DNA, you got something they call junk DNA. And they say we only access between 3 to 5% of our junk DNA. Mostly 3% on occasion. When we die, for some reason, the other 97% of our DNA becomes active. So technically, we only are experiencing 3% of our life right now. The other 97% happens in our death. Don't let that shit go over your head. I'm talking that talk too. You can look this up. Our DNA is viral. Let this shit go viral. I'm talking some real talk because the problem is, let's go back to the first question. If you knew you had only 2 years left on planet Earth, let's say someone told you today, yo, you got exactly 2 years left. You think you're going to be moving in the same direction? You think you're going to have the same fucked up conversations? You think you're just going to be getting drunk and arguing with people and fighting, getting back together, breaking up and getting back together? No, you're going to be on clock. Like, yo, you know what? I might have to cut you off because I'm down to 1 year and 9 months and 3 weeks. Like, you're going to start counting that shit down like, yo, I just fucked up a whole day and I got this much time left. So imagine if you knew the day that you was exiting. Well, we don't know. That's why I say life is speculative. We don't know the day that we have to leave. So I behave like a person who's aware that I don't know the day that I'm leaving. and I behave like a person that understands, I am presently dying no matter how tall I'm getting. And when we behave like that, we'll make better decisions. Just like when I started making more money, there was some shit I used to get into that I won't get into now. There's places I used to go to that I won't go now. You know why? When you start making more money, you get more opportunity, you start saying to yourself, shit, I was a risky motherfucker. Because I wouldn't dare do that now. This is why I be telling one of my wives, like, yo, we got to treat ourselves like the chain. When a nigga on the hood, he wears chain out, right? When he wears chain out, he got decisions he got to make. If he go in the wrong neighborhood, he might keep his chain out because I don't give a fuck if someone try to rob me. A nigga better not rob me, so he's willing to take the risk. He's willing to risk his life to wear his chain in a community to prove to anonymous people that you can't get the drop on me. I'm going to fight back if you come at me for my chain. So obviously his life isn't that valuable because he's reduced himself to this existence and possibly being expired on account of the fact his ego stipulates, I'm not going to let a nigga steal my chain in a neighborhood where they like to steal chains. I'm going to wear my chain out. In another instance, another brother says, I'm going to tuck the chain in. So you'll still see some of the chain on his neck. So it's still dangerous, but he still comes out the house with the chain. In another instance, another person leaves the chain home. Now, what I'm saying is our life, our existence is valuable, right? So we should see ourselves like the chain. So sometimes when someone invites me somewhere, I treat myself like the chain. Maybe I'll tuck myself in and I send my pop out and get out of there in and out. Maybe I completely show out. I'm here. Red carpet, pull up in the dope V, beautiful women, show off money. Or maybe I'm gonna stay in the house the whole fucking night. I'm not going to that shit. I don't even know what that shit's about. Because I'm the chain. And understand on planet Earth, just like when you wear a chain in a neighborhood where people are low frequency in thoughts, people hate to see you shine, right? So if you understand that you are the actual jewelry and your existence has value, people who don't have ambition and people that don't have goals, people that don't have plans, they look at you like the chain and they want to snatch you. They want to take you away. They want to steal you, steal your energy. They hate your light when they see your light. Just like if I go in the hood right now and I wear a big-ass chain amongst people struggling, they'll hate to see me shining. It's the same way when you're a positive person, you get around low-frequency people. They hate to see you shining because in this particular metaphor, you're the chain. So you got to treat yourself like the chain and understand that, yo, people may want to rob you. They may want to deprive you of your right to just be happy or to just shine. So we can't afford to keep making decisions that are so reckless that puts us at risk, not even of just death and incarceration, but simply just wasted time. That shit is the biggest sin. Arguing with somebody. If I argue with somebody, I'll be really thinking in the internal of the argument, yo, this shit got to stop soon. You know why? Because picture me, if they play back my life, imagine how whack that shit would be looking at your arguments. Like, damn, I could have been at an amusement park, enjoying the rides. I could have been having amazing sex. I could have been playing with one of those dope-ass toys, Rolls Royce, Bugatti or some shit. But instead, I'm arguing with a motherfucker who clearly don't want to get it. Imagine sitting here looking at your life. How many of us will look at our life and say, our shit is trash, that shit's boring? If you really had to sit there, that'd probably be hell for some people to just sit there and look how you wasted 60 years of your life. Or how you wasted your childhood. How you wasted your adolescence. The bullshit that you got into. You know what I'm saying? That hopefully the story ends good, but then we got to look at our people. We can say most of our people work a 9-to-5 job. You think you was on planet Earth? Real talk. Do y'all really think you was on Earth to just work for someone? And yo, if you work past the age of 65, they give you more benefits. What the fuck is the benefit working till 65 years old? And if you keep working till 67, they give you more benefits. But the lifetime expectancy is 72 years old. So if you keep working till you're 67, you got 5 more years left on planet Earth, and then you're dead. What is the glory? That's why the word mortgage is mortgage. Mort means like mortuary or death. Engage means pledge or agreement. So you sign a mortgage, it's a pledge or agreement till you die, because most people won't get into a house until life slows down until about the age of 35. You get a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. That's 30 years plus you 35 years old. That makes you 65. And you got 7 more years until your lifetime expectancy when you die. So mortgage is a pledge or agreement until you die. They want you to have debt for 30 years of your life. That shit's trash. They want you to be in debt for 30 years of your life. That's crazy. Or your existence, pardon me, your death. Y'all got to really see how this game go, man. So I'm just talking to you so you can make the use of your time. That's why I put out those courses on brotherpolight.com. That's why I do that. Because hopefully I can add enough value to you with the Cash is King, Credit is Queen credit course, and you can access the $100,000, because it's everybody's right to access it at least once before you in trouble with creditors and you make a mistake. Everybody's right. if you get enough knowledge, you'll know what to do with 1/10 of a million. You never have to look back. That's why I got the Forex trading and cryptocurrency course. Look on my story. You know how much people that made so much bread since last night? XRP went up to $1. It's at 71 cents or so right now. I had people investing in there since 11 cents, 12 cents, 13 cents. I don't play games. Anybody take my course, they eating. You're going to see. Go on my Instagram story now. You're going to see people that made 60,000, 20,000, 30,000. I'm not talking about the stocks where I'm always showing y'all the receipts from the stocks. Look at the receipts from the people that's making money off my crypto course. So you got the BP contract killers and gold in the crisis class. That's the stocks that everybody's making all that bread from. But then yesterday, I said I had to go back in my crypto bag because they must think we sleep. So I had to show them my people making money off of that XRP. So if y'all think I'm sleeping on the crypto, check out those receipts. And I always show receipts. And nobody show receipts like I show receipts every week, day to day, after day, after day, after day. We cooking. We cooking out here. Thank you, brother. Ricky, Bobby, HR said the course has changed his life. That's right. You go to brotherpolight.com for that. Life changing. But we supposed to be able to live our life like this? Come on, y'all. I'm in Mexico. So, like, I'm a nigga from Brooklyn, right? Real fucking talk. I've been shot, stabbed, sliced, all that shit. I ain't see this coming. I ain't had no, like, training. My father left me mad dumb early when I was young. My pops left me when I was 8. Suffered from alcoholism. Used to whip our ass, come in the house, be drunk. And I never told on my pops. And the only reason I never told on my pops was because my mom's wasn't around. So I didn't want to be responsible for the exit of another family member out the house, particularly my pops, because then I would be without a mother and a father. So I used to take the ass whippings and lie about it and say, yo, my pops ain't touched me because my grandmother wasn't feeling that. So he come in, bloodshot, red eyes. I'm like, that nigga is intoxicated. Sometimes he pissing in the closet. I love my pops, you feel me? But this is just real shit so people could connect with me in the human spirit. I'm not saying this to degrade my pops, but this is some real shit right here. He used to be super fucking drunk, whip out me and whip out my sister. These are facts. I grew up Michael, my sister's Michelle. Used to whip us the fuck out. My sister would dry snitch. She wasn't fucking with my pops like that. I wouldn't tell. So he suffered from alcoholism. He used to really whip us out, beat us. When he was drunk, he was depressed. He was going through a lot as a black man. No excuses, but that's just facts. So guess what? I wouldn't tell on my father because I wanted to at least keep my father in my life. So I took the fucking abuse. So you know how my heart broke when my father left? I took fucking abuse from my father, only for him to still leave. I never told on my pops when he was whipping my ass, only for him to leave. So imagine going through that kind of pain, like, yo, I'm getting my ass whipped. This nigga's wrong. I'm standing up for him. I'm still telling everyone I love him. I'm doing all this to keep him in my life. And then he leaves me on my birthday. You feel me? So I could be sitting here depressed. I gotta get out of this situation, about to make me cry. So I'm feeling depressed and shit, going through all this shit. How a nigga that you fucking sacrificed for could still leave you? So that killed me right there. Then I meet my moms. I turned 17. She died the week I met her. I get 7 days with my mother. And when I meet her, no one tell me she's sick. So the first time I see my mom, I want to tell her off. I find out she dying from cancer. Niggas ain't had the heart to tell me, when you see your mother, she's dying. So when I seen her, day one, I can't even tell her off. I'm thinking I got some time to talk to her. So I'm going to ride this fucking wave. And when I get comfortable, I'm going to let her know I'm hurting. She dies. 7 days I had with her. 6 more days to go. Boom, she done. I didn't even go to a funeral, wake, and anything. Everybody mad at me. It happens. Because I felt like I was mad at her. Because I'm like, you wasn't there for me my whole life. Why the fuck I gotta be there for you in your death, right? So I was in my feelings. I was young. I ain't had no education. I wasn't conscious. So what I'm saying is this. When I do what I do right now and I show my fucking money and I'm with some beautiful women and y'all bitching, oh, you supposed to be conscious. You ain't supposed to be a rapper. Rappers ain't create this, nigga. We was like this since ancient Egypt. We was like this since ancient Ethiopia. We been kings. We been emperors and empresses. We been wrote. Rappers didn't create that. When I went to Egypt, I seen gold-plated chariots. They already was put icing out fucking rims and doing all of that in ancient Egypt. If you go to Ramses' chariot in the Cairo Museum, you'll see that his rims on his chariot was gold-plated. You see this. They been had gold fronts in their mouth. They've been doing this for years. They been had waves. They been had locks. You could go to the mummies right now in Egypt and see that their hair is still growing. These are facts. I travel the world with my bread. So you can't accredit rappers for what I'm on. You got to accredit my DNA. Because some of you might have the genes of peasants, but I got the genes of a fucking god. I got genes of kings. So guess what? When people be like, yo, you're a descendant from slaves, not me. My history don't begin from no fucking slaves. So you can't make me a descendant of slaves. I'm a descendant from royalty. I come from fucking emperors and empresses. You can't tell me nothing different. And I'm gonna live my life like that I'm gonna die my best death to the end of my days. I come from royalty. I don't come from slaves. That's just a hiccup in history. You know what I'm saying? It's a hiccup in history. That's all that is. You know, some shit done went down. Africa started turning on itself. We got too tribal. We started being too sectarian. And then, you know, they got the drop on us. But you're not going to start my story off with slavery. So when somebody asks you about your history, never say that you come from slaves, unless that's really what's in your brain. And that's what's in if that's what resonates with you, and you walking around here really feeling like, yo, you come from slavery, more power to you. I don't fuck with you, and I won't fuck with you. I only fuck with people that's on this king shit right here. Real talk. I only deal with people who in a divine state of mind. You know, I fuck with women that niggas say, yo, they stuck up. Those are the women I want to fuck with. I want to fuck with the stuck up women with the so-called attitude. Those are the people I fuck with. Because they're the ones that's too good to let any nigga say anything. You know what I'm saying? Those the ones that niggas is intimidated. They want an easier woman to talk to. I want to fuck with the women that know they got so much value that you better come with your shit right. First time and first time only. Your shit ain't right the first time, you ain't gonna get a second time. That's the type of time we gotta be on. We gotta show people the level of respect that we got for ourselves. That's what we gotta be on. That's what we gotta be on. Talk to me nice. BrotherPolight.com. Come on now, you know what we do. Look at this. I'm in Mexico. I'm supposed to be incarcerated right now. I'm supposed to have like 5 child support cases right now. What else I'm supposed to have? You know, I should be conducting a robbery or some shit according to these people. I should be locked up for domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? There should be all sorts of shit. Some women should be doing videos on me about how I be cheating on them and abusing them. That's the black man for you. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I ain't supposed to be out here. I ain't supposed to be out here. And guess what? I'm on world tour. Every 3-4 days, you're going to see me in another fucking country. Because that's just the type of time I'm keeping. And every country that I'm in, I'm purchasing real estate or I'm doing some kind of business. I promise you that. That's a fact. That's a fact. Was I just not having a real estate deal over here to purchase some property right out here? Is this a lie? This is a fact.
We are witnesses.
This is a fact. So, you know, while you think I'm just spending bread, don't worry. I happen to be over here. That was a close one. Damn, you trying to get my page taken down, nigga. I can't edit this shit. But yeah, man, this is what it is. We just out here. How's it? You love it out here?
We love it here. Yes.
Come on, talk that talk.
We love it here. This is the luxury lifestyle that every black person deserves.
Everyone, right?
Especially black women. We go through so much, and we are top tier.
Man, I see. Say that again.
We are top tier.
Top tier.
Top of the top. Okay?
Man, talk to me nice. Talk that talk, man.
We not queen.
That's right. Ain't no pimping, no whole shit going on over here.
No, absolutely not.
We on a whole different time.
Royalty, and they know it. Yeah.
They better know. I don't play none of those games.
Hotel, special treatment everywhere.
Everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. And when we pop out,
we show out.
on our trip tomorrow, we still high end, high maintenance, everything. You already know. Come on, man. We ain't playing. This is real talk. Blessings and abundance. Look at y'all. About 1,000 people in this mother. We living. Let's get it. Make sure y'all share the video. Talk that talk. It's about time for us to die our best death. Tell people you dying your best death. I know that shit sounds scary as fuck, but it's a fact. Nobody want to deal with it, because if you deal with the facts that you actually dying, then you're going to start dealing with this situation properly. You're going to stop wasting so much of your time. That's what I'm saying. The way people spend their time, I'm like, you must be a billionaire because you spending that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't spend my time reckless. You worrying about people spending their money. I be worrying about people spending their time, because a lot of you are exchanging time for money. I hope you understand what I'm saying. If the equation is money is time and people are exchanging time for money, it's all confusion at that point. A lot of you are broke. And the reason why and y'all probably think I'm talking about monetarily broke. The way you spend your time, a lot of you are broke. You got a poor mind. You got a poor mentality. If you spend your time properly, you wax wise with wisdom, you're going to be wealthy for a long time. And you'll be content early. You may not need $1 billion, and somebody may not need $100 million. Me personally, I need millions. All right? Because that's the energy I'm keeping. But everybody don't need that. You might be it's all about being content. But don't conform. Don't conform. I don't want to hear none of that fuck shit about, oh, you wearing European, this and that. Because when I be showing love and wearing a bunch of black brands, y'all niggas don't give no love, no praise, no kudos. So I don't do it for that. I just do what I do. When I be supporting Floyd, y'all be crying because Floyd's already wealthy. So I'm not supposed to support the business of wealthy black men now. So I'm only supposed to support the likes of whom may be struggling. Like, I know who's creating these crazy narratives. It's the strugglers. Come on now. Everybody that's with me eats right. You should show me love because, there's nobody that can be in my circle that don't eat, that don't live great, that don't have a great time. You should be like, this guy is adding value. Adding value. You know how much Negroes get some money, and because they got woman issues and shit, they get their money and they misogynistically just terrorize women. And don't give them no respect, no love. Just because they finally got some fucking money, they disrespect the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be on that time. And so I get called a simp. Because every time I'm doing something with some women, look at him spending that money on women. You niggas jealous, like you want me to spend money on you. Like, what kind of crazy shit is this? You should be happy that someone's being positive towards black women, because most of the music that's popular is always saying money over bitches and fuck them chicks. I don't love these hoes. It's like everybody's a hoe. Seriously, everybody's a bitch. No woman deserves no love. You got a weird homosexual culture out there. It's a violent homosexual culture. Now, you may say, you attacking gays. No, I'm not attacking gays. I'm saying those guys ain't straight. So those are another group of gay people. There's some gay people that are positive out there. They're very cool people. I don't hang out with them. Well, you know what? Jason Lee is a cool motherfucker. That's one gay motherfucker. I fuck with him. He's cool. He never been negative. He always positive. So, he made me look at gay men differently in a sense, where I could say, there's some cool fucking gay cats out there, right? Because he's always positive. So shout out to my brother, Jason Lee. But, he don't be flamboyantly gay. He don't do all that trying to walk with his hips and all that fucking crazy shit to distract you. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't do that. But what I'm saying is there's some violent homosexuals out there, and those are the men that are portraying themselves as straight men. But they're always saying something negative about black women. So as far as I'm concerned, them niggas is homos. Because you ain't gonna keep beating me in the head with negative things to say about black women, to the point I'm like, so who am I supposed to fuck with if I ain't gonna fuck with the black woman? That shit just sounds crazy to me. That sounds crazy to me. So I'm not doing that. I'm not about to do that. And then I know Negroes gonna be like, so Polight is supporting the LGBT community. And I support black people and their plight and their struggle. But that don't mean I gotta be mad at other people because they made decisions for themselves. That's their business and their right to make whatever decisions they choose to make. People's sexual preference ain't none of my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that's gonna lose my mind because someone else made an adult decision on their own behalf that has nothing to do with me. This is what I'm interested in. Black woman is God. You already know. That's what I'm interested in. Word up. That's what I'm interested in. Facts. Word up. That's what I'm interested in. Look at this, man. We supposed to be struggling, man, but we on top of the world. Amazing. Amazing. Amazing, man. We are taking this to a whole nother level. Facts. Real talk. Watch this. Watch how we do this. Y'all gotta wake up, man. Y'all gotta wake up, man. See what type of time I'm on. I just travel. I do what I do. I do what I do. I love women. And I just ask every woman that fuck with me, just accept me for the man that I am, because I love being around women. I love it. I love the energy. The women make me successful. I'm a multi-motherfucking millionaire. And I've been wanting to say that for a long time. So goddamn it, you're going to see this energy. You're going to get that work. Look at this damn view. I'm out here purchasing property, this, that, and the third. Like, come on now. Come on, talk to me nice. In Mexico, purchasing property. Come on now, I'm blessed. Super blessed. Look at this. Look how blessed I am. Look how blessed I am. What are we really talking about here? Look how blessed I am, man. Elevator leads to the room, you heard? You heard? Elevator leads to the room. Come on, talk to me nice. Or don't talk to me at all. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? Y'all really want to play? When I come to Mexico, man, I just give it up like this. Just said I want to clear my head. I want to clear my head. So we're gonna get it in. But we'll stay tuned. Talk to me nice, Brother Polight. BrotherPolight.com.